I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are the Shady True Stitches. And thank you so much for joining us. It is currently the 5th of December 2021. And we are here for our Jenny catch-up. Yay! So we are a channel that talks about our cross-stitching hobby. And we do lots of different things. So if you are interested in keeping track of us, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified of when we put a new video up. Because I think we've got a secret surprise video coming up maybe later this week. So it's going to be a bit of a random timing. All right, Miss Jenny, what have you been stitching?
Well, first off, there's the one that I forgot to show last month.
Oopsie.
Which is my reflections on the screen. Reflections of Paris.
Mm-hmm.
It previously looked like this, and now oops, it looks like this. So I've finished up in this top corner, and then I've done a little bit more work on this section here.
It's looking so good with the metallic and the non-metallic below there.
Yeah. Well, and again, the material, no, it's looking tomato again. It's not tomato, it's watermelon.
Oh, well, we'll get a nice photo eventually. Your lighting is fairly red. We know this. So that's what you did last month and forgot to show us.
Yes.
So what about this month?
Oops, hang on. I don't have space. I have a gingerbread house sitting just here and it's taking up space on my table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this month I've done a little bit of work on Strawberry Fields, which previously looked like, on Strawberry Fields. Looked like this. So I've done so much on this one. I've done another 3 of the little leaf bits down the side. That's all.
It's progress.
It
is all progress.
That's that. That's that one. I have also done some more work on Yoda. And he still doesn't look anything like a Yoda, but you know, he previously looked like this, with this weird sort of bit coming down the side. So
it looks like a pot plant, a hanging pot plant.
Yeah, well, so I decided to fix that because
okay.
I feel, oops, hang on, that way, there we go. So I've done black. So that's 4 of the 5 colors that I've done now.
Okay.
You can see there's pale green, medium green, dark green, black, and then there's one that's paler again that I haven't got.
Oh, well, you're getting some progress on that.
Yeah, but it still doesn't look like Yoda though, does it?
No, it still looks like a hanging pot.
I think I need to get to his ears to make it actually Yoda-ish. Yeah, let's move that. And I've also done some work on my little house neighborhood.
Yay!
I don't have a before pick because the before pick that I have was before last month's stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so now basically I've done red house.
You do. Yep. And you've got middle part done.
And I finished filling in. There was a little bit left down here, and there was one line here that I'd only done half crosses. So the bottom house is now finished, but I do need to do the garden bit on the other side. But I figured I'd start up here and do some red house because that it's straight lines. It doesn't involve too much counting or too much concentration necessary. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's good, Jen.
So it was only, I think, about 570 stitches for the month, which is not very much. It's not my worst month.
It's busy.
but it seems to be kind of average, which means that if I'm going to be in no new starts for next year, I need to up my game quite a bit, because the
500 a month.
No, 1,500 a month. So I need
No,
to,
I'm just thinking, yes, you do need to, yes.
Yeah. So far I've only had 3 months this year where I've done that, and 1 month where I think I did like 1,400. So that was close, but not quite. So I don't know how, but
well, my strongest advice to anyone who's thinking, how will I get to that level? So it's good that you're someone who's thinking that, Jen. We worked it out based on pretty much 1 strand of thread or 50 stitches a day. So it doesn't have to be every day.
No.
But if you actually allocate yourself half an hour of stitching every day, you'd get there.
Yeah, that's the difficult bit.
Well, it's just half an hour while you're watching TV.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't even have that.
No, you have some nights you don't have that, I agree. But then you need to make sure you set aside, an hour on another day.
Yeah. Or I need to be more organized, take my lunch to work, and then have some time that I could maybe do.
Well, that would probably give you half an hour at lunch, and that would be your daily. That would be really good. I think that's probably your best plan, because you're not the sort of person who likes the other option, which is to get up earlier in the morning and stitch.
No.
But for some people, they do. They get up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they do half an hour stitching before everyone else in the family gets up. And they say that's just their settling in time.
Yeah, no. Sleep is important.
I know. Well, you stay up later than me. All right. Well, I, dear friends, have very little to show you this week. I have had a crazy busy week. I have done about 2,700 stitches on my koala Biscornu.
Oh, because you've already done the bottom half, haven't you?
I've already done the back. So I'm working on the front. I actually wanted to have it finished for this video, but I just didn't get time. We had an election yesterday, and I was working from 6:30 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. So, but I possibly will get this finished tonight. So that would be exciting.
That looks like it's on one of the little pieces from Sew It All.
On one of the little Sew It All pieces. I can't show you the other half because it dropped on the floor, and that's too hard. But yeah, so it's the same thing, although each koala is individual because I have stuffed up something in each koala, and that's fine. And I'm trying to decide if one's going to be a drop bear or not. I have heard that someone made one a drop bear, so I'm very tempted to make mine a drop bear.
Yes. All they did for that, they gave him red eyes and some blood dripping from his teeth. Yeah,
giving him some teeth with some backstitch or something. So I think I probably will do that, because that fits in with me, my personality. I like to recognise the friendly and the unfriendly bears in Australia.
And did you put the Mittagong Stitches Retreat wording on the bottom half of yours?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I've just got
I know they gave us that as an option.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking, because, I mean, if you look at the size of it, it's a very big pincushion. So I'm actually thinking it's going to make like a little cushion. And I'm actually wondering if it might be a Christmas present for someone in my family, because it's sort of like a little cushion, which is cute, and it's unisex. That gives you any ideas of what I might be thinking. So yeah, we'll see. All right. So that, dear friends, is my stitching for the week.
But you started that this week. So what you see there is it went from a blank piece of material to all of that.
Yes, that's true. Hence why there's no before picture. All right. So next up, we've got haul. I have none.
I did a little bit of shopping in the Black Friday sales. Box collection had 20% off and free postage.
That's good.
So I had a look at what I had sitting in my wish list. One thing I got was this book.
Oh, that's good.
So I will, while I have some time off from work over Christmas, I might do some experimenting.
And speaking of that, it just jogged my memory. I was hearing from people who buy fabric from another Australian supplier that does natural dyeing. And apparently the ones dyed with pink berries actually don't keep their colour, which the dyer knows. So something to keep in mind when you do some natural dyeing. You're going to have to experiment on the colour fastness, because someone's got a beautiful piece of fabric and it's now no longer the colour they wanted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the ones I did with turmeric, they were very vivid, almost sort of fluoro yellow when they were wet. When they dried, and at the time I'm going, oh my God, what have I done? They've dried and faded quite a bit, so it's a much softer yellow now. So it's more the kind of thing that I know that that's one thing that I need to consider. I have bought some I think in America they call it soda ash. It's basically, it's a thing you use to change the pH in your pool. So you get it from Bunnings, which is our I was going to say supermarket. It's a
hardware store.
Hardware shop, yes. And so I've got a packet of that. So I'm going to try using that as well as a fixative to help keep. So the dyeing I've done so far, I haven't done red berries, but I've done red berry tea. So yes, we'll have to see. And the other thing, the bag's broken at the bottom. Oh, I have my sticky tape here. I'm going to fix it so that nothing falls out.
Well, I just, while you showed me that talk, it's just jogged my memory that I've been meaning to tell you. And I figured, well, it's something that people may want to know about too if they're interested in dyeing techniques. Yes. I do get quite a lot of questions, and a couple of new viewers don't realise that Jenny and I have actually made between us 2 dyeing videos so far, as in Jenny filmed me. Yes. But we have 2 dyeing. We have got a video that shows ice dyeing, and there's also a video that shows jar dyeing with RIT dyes. So we haven't got a video yet on the natural, because Jenny's trying to perfect what she's doing before we film it.
I've got photos, but not a video of. Yes. Yes. So the other thing that I bought was
something blue. That's pretty.
Interestingly, so it's called something blue. The material is not as dark as it looks on the front page. So I'm going to have to see, is it going to be dark enough? Oh, it probably will be dark enough to show.
But you will have to test, yes. See, I was interested in 5200 with that colour blue. But it's not. I can tell looking at it, it's not. No. Oh, that's exciting.
Alchemy. The colour is alchemy.
Okay. Well, very nice. That's a nice haul. Anything else?
But yes, because I keep looking at everybody's samplers and stuff and going, a lot of the, I appreciate all the work in the old ones that people are recreating or reproducing, but none of them are exactly my, I haven't found one that I really love the look of, but this, I mean, it's blue, which, hello. I like blue things. I mean, blue mask, blue, there's lots of blue things. But it's got all the decorative motifs and stuff still with a very fancy looking alphabet. So
it looks very pretty.
Let it go. But yes, that's all my haul.
Okay, and I have none yet. I think there's some coming this week.
Yes, I have some I hope is coming this week.
I have been getting a few more Paddock Lane Designs deliveries of different things. Always looking out for new fabric that it would be good to dye, and also always sourcing now the new floss drops. So I'm really pleased that I have 2 different ranges of floss drops now on the website, paddocklandedesigns.com for those who don't know. And all my new things go on there over my Etsy store because I don't like the fees, basically. So what I thought I might do for my segment today, because some people have been asking me about planning. So I thought I would take the time to show you the way I plan, how I did it this year and how I'm going to do it next year. So for 2021, in Australia, we have different books, but I went for a spiral bound diary. It's called a goals planner. And I like this one because of the layout that it actually has. So the first page I love is this year-long one. And that has actually got, I normally put all my starts and my finishes in there, but obviously there's no starts. So they're all my finishes. And so as of the time of this video, I am on 41 finishes for the year, which is amazing. I am impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And of that, 15 of those have been model stitches of some sort for me. So that's a lot more model stitches than I thought I was going to do.
And some of those model stitches are small, but some of them, like your sampler,
yes.
that's not small.
No, so quite big. So then, then the next sort of that has random pages. I wrote yearly things down on just by writing them. And then I stuck in this piece, which is the, like you meant to use it for temperatures, to colour in the temperature of the day. But I used it for stitching, and I showed this last week, I think. I've still got to finish off November's colouring, but I catch up the colouring. And this is what I'm going to emulate with my temperature bookshelf stitching for next year. So I won't be colouring in my diary. Then I liked the 12-month goal planner because each month I list my weekly stitches. So I really like that sort of page layout. Really handy just for at a glance. I'm very computer savvy, but I like to have my journal as a book. I don't like it not as a book. And then you get to the start of each month and it's got like a double spread, and I stuck in the events that I knew about, and then I wrote like the daily 30 and the others down here, and it's all divided up but pretty scrawly. So that's what I did for the monthlies, and then I could check back on it. The page that's the monthly planner, I wrote down any events that were happening that I needed to know about, particular things like the whip days or whatever. And then each week, I chose this journal for this layout because it had the page on the left and the week on the right. So that's what I stitched on and how many stitches. So how many stitches is in the coloured bit, and what I stitched on is there. And here I listed some of the weekly challenges from the different challenge groups. So that is what I had done this year. And that's basically the layout that I worked with, and, altogether went pretty well, but not perfectly well. So I was looking for options for next year. And, everyone talks about the happy planners and how great they are and you can slide things in and out. Well, I can't afford a happy planner. So I have got one of these binders. It's just a folder with the, it's got 6 rings in it. This is an A6 size because I like that size, A5, not A6. And then what I have done is I have gone online to Amazon or AliExpress and got different inserts. So we have a year planner with the dates. And that's the only thing I've got that's sort of pre-printed because I'm going to be doing it by hand. Then I'm going to have room for, I've got some note paper just for doing yearly things. And then I have printed off my Whipco boards using the template that's in the Whipco. Okay, so it goes that way.
Yeah.
And I have got 3 boards pretty much divided by the size of the piece. So that one is my full coverage and large one. Then I've got one that's sort of more mediums. And then I've got one that's more smalls, but I mean, they're not really small. And then we get to where the month divider is. So I haven't written these up yet because I don't know what's happening. But I was able to get these lovely pages for the month, nice and colourful. So that's where I'm going to be doing the planning and the starts and finishes. Monthly, not yearly, because I couldn't find a yearly one to do. So I've got that in the start of each month. Then that is followed by, and what I like is that I can change my mind if I don't find this working well for me. I've got a to-do list, which I think will be really good for listing the monthlies and ticking them off. So that will be where I will list. And if I have, lots of monthlies, because there's pop culture, and that's what I found with pop culture, I needed more room. Pop culture and daily 30. So I've got basically 4 pages of that, 2 front and backs. And then this page here. Now this This is my challenge checker. And this is what I've come up with from all those templates that Carla shared. This is what works for me. And each month I still plan to focus on, that's about 15 whips. I've got all my challenge groups that I know at the top that require set numbers of stitches or topics. I've got my 3 pieces that I've declared for my daily 30 yearly there, and that's why they're grayed out there. These ones then are going to be the 6 whip go pieces that are called, 2 from each chart. And then that leaves me a couple more at the bottom. Plus, I think I've got room on the back for more pieces. So that way I can just write down how many stitches I need and tick off, have I posted a start, have I posted a finish, have I finished those stitches? And then I'll just have, this bit I don't love as much, but there's the weekly layout. It does have a space at the top where I can write down the weekly challenges if I want to. And then I've got that for every week. But I've at the back, more for the weeklies, got this other list page. So I'll be able to list different challenges there of what I've done. It's another sort of scheduled to do page. And that's basically what I'm planning to do for my keeping track of things. Yeah. And I will put in, obviously in the front, my full whip list when I've worked out the sizes and everything. I'll print that off. And in my calendar as well, I will have in those monthly ones all the no new starts events and important dates, things that I need to know so I can plan ahead and all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. So all of that was very inexpensive from, as I said, Amazon or AliExpress. Okay. Yeah, so it'll make more sense as I start planning it. But I realized I couldn't set it up much for you because I don't know what's happening.
No.
And the only thing I do know about is no new starts, and I'm not allowed to say anything.
Well, I'm going to continue with my cross-stitch journal that I created. But what I'm going to do, so for this year, I had 1 page per whip, and I wrote at the top every time I found a challenge that it worked for, and then at the bottom I had stitch count. But if I'm going to up how much I'm stitching, I'm thinking that I'm going to have a full page so I can have challenges on one side and the stitches on the other side. And also one other thing I've learned from this year, I'm going to put them in alphabetical order so that it's easier, because I just keep having to flick between.
Yes.
And it's like, which one? So yeah, that's what I'm, because yeah, I only had 17 whips or something, so I've still got lots of pages in the book.
Yes, well, that's good. And also with that alphabetical order, that's what I recommend for the album in No New Starts, so you can find them easily to do the updates and everything.
Yeah. And I've done my calculations of sizes. Most of mine are small or medium. I do have some large, and at the moment of my current whips, I've only got 1 back, which doesn't sound like it would be, but at the same time it kind of is. It's the bauble tablecloth. So yes, each bauble is only 40 by 40, but there are 32 baubles.
Yes. So the piece
going all the way around. So when you add that all together, it ends up being a very, very large project.
Definitely does. So does that mean that there are any new starts in your future?
Yes. Oh. Well, some new starts and some sort of, well, not fixing up, but so last year, because it was going to be my last chance, on New Year's Eve, I had a new start last year, but I didn't get to 200 stitches. So this one obviously isn't going to need as much as some of the others. However, all of this brown is only half crosses. So yeah. That was the interesting thing with this one. It's dimensions. So, dimensions likes to be a little bit different. So the brown, I think that was 3 strands, half crosses. There's other bits where it's 2 strands, half crosses, and then some full crosses. And yeah, anyway. So yes, so that will be one that needs to be
Made a whip.
tidied up. I might, this one doesn't need to be, I don't need to do anything more. I've only got the back stitch and the French knots to do on this one, but I might as well add it to my declared list because then I can keep working on it, and it's so close. I mean, there is a lot more back stitch to go still.
But that might make you do it.
Yeah, and then I can start on the second one when I finish the first one.
Yep. Tissue box it ready.
Yeah. So that's two. So my existing ones that I didn't have in the list for last year. And I've also got one which you may have seen on one of Lisa's things before, the kittens in stockings.
Yep.
So I have done, I've done some of them already. Those ones are all finished. This is quite an old whip, and I had not measured out. Obviously, I had not measured out before I started, given by how close to the top this one is. Yeah, I hadn't really planned out the stitching, and then these two are a little bit close together too. It's going to be a little bit interesting cutting here. So with the material that I have left, I have actually, you can see I've worked out the spacing on it. So yes, so I need to get that stocking to 200 stitches, and then they can also go in because that can be tissue boxed.
Yeah.
For the rest of them.
Now, do you happen to have a tissue box handy, Jen? No, that's putting you on the spot.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
That's all right. Just I have to remember next week to show people what tissue boxing is, because a couple of people are confused, and I don't have a tissue box handy. But basically, you've got your box of tissues, and the idea, it came from Debbie, our Australian/American friend, and the idea is that you pull out a tissue, and then when you pull it out, the other one pokes its head up ready to go for the next time you need one.
Yeah.
So it's like you have them all sitting in there ready to go.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yep, here's my number 7. Finish it. Here's another number 7. So you're pulling them out like tissue.
Yes.
You're not blowing your nose on stitching.
No.
Definitely not.
Yes. So they are the ones that I had already started but didn't use for this year. Then I did talk about this one earlier. So this one, and I can show it because the person that it's for does not watch my floss tube. I just have to get the bits are in the way of the picture. So I'm going to be doing Romeo Mouse. This one, Liz and I are stitching for our friend's daughter's. Well, she got married in October, but it was when we were in severe lockdown, so not even her sisters were able to go to the wedding. Her parents went to the wedding, but her sisters couldn't because they were only allowed like 5 guests or something. So I think that they are planning to have a bit more of a sort of reception sometime.
So you need to get onto it.
I need to stitch that. So I've got the fabric, the little charmy bits, and the cry neck, but I need to sort the other threads. But there's only 6 colors. Surprisingly not.
Yep.
Black and B5200, and then I'm guessing the other colors are mostly grays and maybe a pink.
Okay.
So yes, so that will be another one to get started. I don't know actually. 200 stitches may get it like halfway to being finished.
Yeah, but that's great because then you have it
only
finished.
Tiny,
and it's still a small, so you'll be able to replace it with any other small you got.
Sorry, there's a thread stuck in the zip.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's one of these, and the thread that's so zipper in is, yeah, I'll have to leave that one. And then I've got some others that are, I have them in my pile to start. We'll see how many I actually get to. But
now, just before you get to them, you're doing 22 though?
yes.
So if you don't get to them, it's fine. You don't have to start them all before January in 22 and 22.
But okay. I just need to work out what their sizes are.
Yes, so that you can tissue box them up if you've got more than 22.
Yes. So basically, I should start all the biggest ones.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Except for if you've got some that are nearly close to finishing, obviously, yeah, keep those up there.
Yes. So I have It's Snowing, which I'm going to do on Color Cascades Sorcerer. This is 28 count Monaco, a nice dark blue, and I'm going to do it in 3 shades of metallic. Call me crazy.
I call you very crazy.
So it's not showing up very well. So there's white, there's pale blue, and there's silver.
Have you forgotten how much you hate stitching the metallic on your Paris?
I didn't say I hate it.
Okay. Well, you enjoy it then.
But I think that will look really good.
Really, really cool.
Because I mean, just looking at the picture of it black and white is quite cool. So yeah, that's one plan. And so that's all kitted up, ready to go. Then this one is the kit. This one will be a big one. It's my cushion cover. So this is full kit on Ada. And I think because of the size of it, I'll do it on the Ada that it came with. Just that's easy. Then possibly, but I don't know.
There's my Biscornu if anyone wants to know what it looks like.
Oh, yes. But hang on, I'll just pull it out so it's not quite so.
But I realised I forgot to show the picture.
Yes.
There we are.
Yes, it's very cute. So I already have. Okay. So people may remember that I have already stitched this one once.
Yep. So
it's
cute.
Really cute. I love it. So I love it so much. I was originally going to give it away, but now I want to keep it. So although originally I was thinking I would stitch it again, but that's when we were going to be going to America, and then that all fell on a heap. So
thanks, COVID.
Yeah. But if I do it again, I have some Attic Lane Designs material to do it on.
Yes.
Yes, because we decided that, that would look quite good, and the material is big enough that I could even do it twice more.
Yes.
With a slight change of colour in some of the gum leaves because the green was a bit not quite right. And then I've got this, I think it's piece of paper. 32 count Christmas green to do the Biscornu one.
Yeah, nice.
So I've got all the threads ready.
Traditional to the pattern, as opposed to me who went with a lighter fabric.
Yeah. Well, only because I already had the dark green.
Yeah.
And I'm where I can, I have all these beautiful colored fabrics, and I need to start. That's why I chose the dark one for the Christmas, the snowing one, because I have all these beautiful not dark, some of them are dark. I have all these beautiful colored fabrics, and I need to start matching them up to patterns to do stuff with.
And that's what I'm doing this year, Jan, because we have all this stash. We may as well use it.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got the fabrics, just use them. And, realistically, I've cut down on one of my fabrics a month because I don't need to buy it because I do my own now.
Okay, so that's
that. And you could easily leave them as one tissue box. Start the Biscornu, and then tissue box the other one.
And one other thing that I may consider as a that I probably won't start, but I can have as a next thing is the Mittagong Retreat logo that you've already done. So I've got thread, and this is one of the first Sassy Patch fabrics that we got. And I thought that bottom section of it
looks great.
Really good with the, and that was the thread that I got in the little gift exchange that we did at Mittagong. So I thought that was appropriate to use Mittagong thread for that.
Yeah, and a really nice you know, the dried up desert drought sort of look for the logo.
Yeah,
which is nice.
That's one that my mum started many years ago. You can see rusty needle. So okay, so that's all from that bag. Then, so those are the ones that are fully kitted up, ready to go. Fabric, thread, pattern, the whole lot.
Yeah.
Then we have the ones that are partly. So we have Go Camping.
Love that
which
one.
I am going to edit ever so slightly, because in Australia we don't, as Lisa has already said in one of her previous word of the week things, we don't call them cookies so much, we call them biscuits. So I thought I might change cookies to, I think I was going to change that one to singing.
Yes.
And s'mores to damper.
Yes.
So damper
we don't do s'mores either.
Not particularly. Damper is traditional Aussie bush bread. And so this is the material that I finally decided on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, look at that.
Slightly mottled. But what I'm going to do is sort of dip dye the top half blue to make it a little bit sky-ish.
And then it's just a dirty ground. Yeah.
Nice bush kind of. That's a piece from the sewing basket.
Lovely, thank you.
I haven't been back since they've reopened.
And
I really need to, because Newington's got all fabric 50% off.
Oh, you need to get there.
Oh, hang on, I need my little note back in. One of the other ones that I am considering is to hold this one back. The
yes,
Deck the Halls from Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
Yep.
And
on that, lovely.
Which Sammy J did hers on this, and it looks so good because it's got so many bright colors. It really popped on the dark, and then you get the without having to stitch snowflakes, you get kind of built-in snowflakes.
Lovely.
So that's that one. Then, and this is another one that I don't have to start both. I just need to start one because I haven't decided which one. But I have two of the drawn thread gardens. There we go. The butterfly garden and the summer garden.
Ooh, that's a hard choice, but you could easily tissue box them, but not that you're going to get one finished this year anyway.
Well, no, that's true. And I have two pieces of material, again, from the sewing basket.
Yeah, lovely.
And they're both long, thin pieces. So it's interesting with this, it's not actually all that much cross stitch. Because if you look at it, if I go in really close, a lot of the leaf stuff, it's backstitch, not cross stitch. It's like stems and stuff. So
yeah,
they may go quicker than I think. I don't know.
Well, you are good at backstitch, like at blackwork. So
yeah. And then these last two, I'm probably not going to start both. I don't know. Depends when the threads come from AliExpress. So I have two. Oh, and this one I need to order material, but that won't take so long because that can come from JK's. So I have Cross Stitch Collectibles Night's Rest. And my first Haid.
Yes, Stitch in Time, Max Color, regular size.
Yes.
And same
That
one
one I
I'm
already
doing.
have material for.
I know. So you need to start that one.
Well, I need to wait for the threads.
Yes, I know.
I have ordered threads from AliExpress. They are supposed to arrive towards the end of this week, beginning of next week, which should be just right. Even if they're a week late, I can start on some of the other ones.
Are you going to start in the middle?
I don't think so.
Because you normally start in the middle.
I know, but well, the only time I've ever not started in the middle is my strawberry fields, and that's because I knew that I didn't need the whole piece of material, and I just wanted to start in one corner so I could then, when I got to the opposite corner, I can then cut the material.
Yeah.
But I think for this one, because it's gridded, I can start in a corner.
And then you're going to have to work out what method of stitching is going to suit you for full coverage. Because there's so many options, and
Yeah. And I'm thinking, because it's 20 count, and having done 20 count for my antique vines, doing 2 strands, there are some places where it is a little bit tricky to get the thread through the second thing.
I would recommend with your CXC you do 1 strand.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Which possibly means that for the ones where I ordered 2 or 3 skeins, I didn't actually need to.
No, but hey, you're using for something else, so it's all good.
Yes, and I have put in an order for some paddock lane designs for that there. Floss drops for the threads to go with this one. She
has, and I can't even show you which ones she's ordered because they're not sitting here at the moment. But she's put in an order that I have to actually prepare. So that's very exciting. Happy to do orders for people.
They're the ones that she showed in her last video, the music ones and the newspaper ones.
Yeah. So ones like this is
this one.
Like that sort of one.
Yes.
Yes. These ones are notebook ones, and they're really cool.
Yes. So
they're nice small size, just right for you.
Yes, that's what I thought. I then just have to decide how I'm going to store them, because at the moment, for the most part, for any project that I'm doing, if it's something that has lots of flosses, then I'm just using one of the plastic boxes and bobbinating.
Wow.
But if I'm going to do floss drops, then I need to, decide how I'm going to store them.
Well, I just have them on a big ring in the bag. I have the floss drops on a big ring in the bag, and you can get the bigger rings from Daiso too.
Yes, that could work. Yeah, because I could always have 2 project bags, one for material and one for the.
As long as you don't leave one at home when you come to retreats, yes.
Yeah, I know. And make sure that I pack everything that's sitting at the front door in the car before I leave.
That's right. And speaking of retreats, the next Shady Trees retreat is scheduled for February. I think the 21st of February off the top of my head. So if there are any 19th to 20th,
something like that.
It starts midday Saturday this time. So people need to try and get Monday off because we couldn't get the house till the Saturday. Wow. So you don't need Friday off, but you will probably need Monday off.
Well, that means I don't need to take a night off Scouts. That's good.
Yeah, you can come after. You can come Saturday morning, wake up, drive up. We can't get in till lunchtime anyway, so it'll be great. So that's good. So yes, if anyone is interested, shoot me a message and we'll see how we're going for space. I think we still have 1 or 2 spots, maybe. All right. So that's all your plans for the Stitchapalooza?
Yes. Until we get to Stitchapalooza, I'm toying with the idea of looking at my couple of smaller pieces. So the Victorian strawberries, the little scissor keep. I think that's probably my smallest and closest to potentially to a finish. So maybe if I just concentrate on that. However, it is on navy blue fabric and it's on 18 count. So that's not the most conducive for stitching at night. On the other hand, though, it is now, well, technically it's summer in Australia.
I'm sitting here with a blankie on. Can you see that?
Yeah, I've got longish sleeves and
I'm wearing a blanket.
Yes, I should have a blanket. My knees are cold. Yeah, it's not summer weather yet, not at all. But it is daylight until later. So yeah, so I just figured then if I can get one closer to a finish, that gives me one more slot for next year. Yeah, I don't know. That's the next thing that I need to do. So I've kind of worked out potential starts, and I've worked out how I'm going to sort things. I need to. The other thing I need to do is update photos on all my current ones
before the end of the challenge. Yes,
there, because I've got to do that within the next week.
Yep, and then they'll be your starting points pretty much for the next year.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like some good plans. Yes. My plan, as I said, is to finish this, hopefully today, but definitely tomorrow. Then I move on to one of the other ones that I want to finish. And I'm thinking my plans are for the next, until the 12th, when the challenge finishes for no new starts, I will keep working on finishes. So that gives me about 6 more days to try and see if I can knock at least another one, if not 2 over. I do have a little bit of time, I think, to stitch this week, thank goodness. So that'll be good. And then this is my last full week of work. So next week will be better. And when I hit to my Startapalooza and I'm doing my 200 stitches a day on a new piece, I think I'll then be switching across to keep doing my finishes before the end of the year. So that's my plans. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. That is us done. We will, as I said, look out for a surprise video later in the week. And
I believe surprise being the operative word.
Oh, yes, it is a very surprise in so many ways. Yes.
That's the thing. So we have no idea.
Well, it could even potentially be 2 surprises in the surprise video, because I'm waiting on my other surprise to come too. So I know. You'll just have to wait and see. I'll have a surprise for you too, Jenny.
Oh, I might know what that one is.
Okay, well, you can think about it. Anyway, guys, we hope you have a really nice time stitching until we see you next. So catch you when we see you. Bye.
Bye.
Surprise! We're back again. A couple of technical and life difficulties stopped the previous video that you finished watching going up. So we figured we'll just put this on the end, because today in the mail, Sassy pouch. And as you know, Jenny and I have done an unboxing of every single Sassy pouch. So let's get started in this one. This one's theme is mystery.
Yes. Okay,
so what's the mystery of number 1? Well, card first.
Finding it?
I'll do my card.
Oh, card.
We're always taught to do the card first.
Card. Yes.
I have no idea what number Sassy pouch this is, because we've been getting them for quite some time. Oh, it's a holiday card.
Oh.
And inside it says, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Sassy Devils. We are looking forward to a fresh new start in 2022. And that's because some of the members of the Sassy Devil committee are stepping aside because life is getting in the way, and other members are continuing on with it. So it's a fresh new Sassy pouch, but hopefully it continues to be very similar, because we really do enjoy our Sassy pouches.
Yes.
All right, what am I looking at, Jen?
I'm thinking, seeing as I've looked at everything else, it must be the pattern.
Okay.
Because I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but I don't have a 1. So I'm guessing 1 must be.
I don't have a content.
No, neither do I. Oh,
okay. Do you have one?
Hang on.
Not in the.
No, there isn't one.
Okay.
This one.
Well, no contents list to give us a hint. So the pattern.
But every other parcel has a number except the pattern, so it must be the pattern.
It must be the pattern. And I've opened my pattern already. Not designed by me. In fact, I do not know who it's designed by because it doesn't say. So whoever the mystery designer is, we'd love you to let us know. Comment below if you know who designed this pattern. Carolyn, Melissa, Joy, Juanita, one of you, can you let us know who designed the pattern? And then we can credit them for their wonderful work. Are you ready, Jen?
Yes.
A stained glass bee cross stitch. Super cute.
Yeah.
Like the shape of a hand. And it's really gorgeous. And it looks like it'd be a nice, easy stitch with lots of colours.
Yeah.
It's well,
it's a good few pages.
Yeah, but it's on big it's a good few colours. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's got a lot of colours on it. Look how many colours. So yeah, hard to see. I'm just trying to find the dimensions because each page is quite large.
On 14 count, it will be 29 by 34 centimeters, 11 by 13.5 inches.
And so it fits on a back quarter. Lovely. Well, there you go. Nice new pattern, and nice to have a pattern again. We've been missing them lately. All right, number 2.
You mean you have because you've been stitching them ahead of time?
No, because we have had a few without any patterns.
We have had a couple, yeah.
Okay, number 2. I'm guessing silk's for you. Sorry, we spoil you fun. It's mystery, so it could be anything. It is a silk's for you. And it's another like throwback to a Sassy purple.
Yeah.
Now, remember, they did say that some of these are going to be, could start getting repeats. This is not a repeat, but it's a Sassy purple colour, so that's cool.
Yes, it's really nice. It's sort of from a very, very pale purple through to a deeper purple and a pinky purple. And
even a bit of a grey purple in there.
Yeah, ever so slightly silverish. Yes.
My lighting in here is really bad.
Yeah. I did turn the dimmer up on mine, so
that helps.
Hopefully things are a little bit more the right color and not you won't see tomato instead of watermelon.
Well, you can see I have the a la floss tube look behind me where everyone sits on the floor in front of the couch. I've never really understood that, but I guess it's so that you've got a flat surface to put your video on and you can have everything spread around you on the floor. So we have that today.
Okay. Well, I normally sit just there, but again, I needed more room to spread stuff out because the gingerbread house is there, so I'm sitting at the end of the table.
Cool.
Okay, 3.
Take measure.
That's what I think too.
We'll see how good we are.
From its size, its shape, and its sound.
Yes, that's what we're thinking. Are we right? No, we are not.
Oh,
we are wrong. We're very wrong. It is paraffin wax. When you shake it, it sounds like a tape measure.
Yes.
And I have no idea what. Oh, it's a different type of thread detangler.
Instead of Thread Heaven or one of them.
They don't make anymore. So okay, well that's something cool. We've never had that before. Number 4.
Needle minder.
Yes, definitely. But what will it be? I mean, it's a mystery, so it could be anything. Indeed it is.
Ooh.
I'm waiting to see what you've got. Ready?
Oh.
So we've both got a different little glass one. I love these glass ones because they're nice and flat. I've got quite a few of these now. I'm about to start putting some needle minders into my website, Jenny. So, yes, these are really nice. I like these ones.
Yes.
Number 5. A little box without pins in it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't know how they come up with finding these things.
Oh,
okay. It's It's a magnifying needle threader. There. Yep. So you thread your needle and it magnifies so you can see it. I've never tried one of them.
No.
But.
Okay.
Yep. Excellent. Okay. Always handy. Number
6 is quite heavy.
Oh, yeah. It fell around behind me. It's got like a lid. It's like a jar. Yeah. It's a jar wrapped in bubble wrap. That's why it feels like a ball of wool.
Yes. But it's quite heavy.
It is indeed quite heavy. Glass. So it is glass wrapped in bubble wrap.
With a Sassy Devil sticker on the top.
Ah, cool.
Oops.
And it's another one of those really nice Tasmanian items that they send us. It is a handmade hand balm.
Size. I can't get the bubble wrap off. The lid came off, so I can smell it.
It smells nice. That's really good for when you get those cracks in your hands and you want to stitch.
Oh, my bubble wrap stuck to the sticker. There we go. And it's not as strongly scented as the lemon myrtle one we got last time. I mean, I love the lemon myrtle one, but it is quite a strong scent. This one's much more subtle.
Okay. All right, what do we got here?
It's another thing on cardboard covered in plastic, but it's a very odd shape.
Oh, yes. It's another tea.
Oh.
Tea. Pomegranate punch I've got.
Ooh, me too.
Oh, I'll have to give this to you when I see you because I don't drink tea. Number 8.
Zipper pull, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Just feeling it, it feels kind of that sort of shape.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Oh.
It's counting pins.
No, mine, okay, yours might be. Mine is a zipper pull.
Ah, look, and they match. Mine's on a yellow seahorse, and I've got 3 counting pins.
I've got those already.
Oh, wow. So, there you go.
I don't have this already.
Number 9.
It's soft and squishy.
This will be like the bag or something. This will be our handmade, yes. Look.
Ooh. And it's a bigger one.
It's an ear warmer.
It almost looks a bit like a
shower cap.
Shower cap when you put it on that like that. Yes.
But it's a bit of a holy shower cap.
Yes.
Very nice. Lovely.
And this material matches. I think we got the needle book.
Oh, but
we've had this before, but that's good because the previous ones that I've had 2 grime guards from them before, and they were 8x8s, but this is the bigger one, so that's good. I need bigger ones.
This is very easy to tell what it is. It's a lint roller.
That's what I'm thinking. Can you imagine how fiddly it would be? Ooh. It's a very pretty one.
It is, but always handy to have. Get rid of those.
Oh, yours is different.
Yeah, specialty fibres.
Mine's jungle fever.
Oh, well, mine's soft drink.
Oh.
Okay, number 11.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well,
they're different.
They're different.
I know they do this on purpose. I know when there's an option, we always get different. I think they're very clever to have worked out.
Mine feels like a pen or something.
Well, mine says DMC on the back and it's square.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh. Ah.
Mm.
Numbers for my floss drops.
I have an air erasable pen.
There you go. So thanks for that. They must have
I hadn't thought of using them on floss drops because I've got 2 sets. I've got a set like that. And when Alicia gave me her stash, she had stickers in as well.
Well, because I do my masters next to me, so I can use this. All right, number 12, mail file.
I'm thinking it very much feels like that.
So very weird. I actually had to pay for my next Sassy pouch the day before I got this one.
I didn't have to pay for mine yet, but I've been sent my invoice already.
Right, yeah. I paid for it because I got the invoice. This is super cute. Yeah. 2 different types of stitchy ones. Very cute.
Yep.
Lovely. Yep. Oh, a hand cap.
Always useful.
All right. A roll of chronic.
I think mine's DMC because I can feel plastic bits.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Yep. Awesome. Mine is a roll of chronic.
Ooh. I've got purple sparkles and green variegated.
Lovely. Well, it's definitely a mystery pack. So all the packs could be different.
Yes.
Who knows?
We will have to check with our other friends who get them.
We will. But thank you. And there's one last thing.
Yes.
Your fabric.
Yes.
All right. These could be different too. Who knows? I might check both mine to check if they're the same or different.
Ooh.
No, they're the same. All right.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Yes. Sorbet.
Sorbet, isn't that pretty?
It is very pretty. I love that.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Sassy Pouch. Yet another nice surprise. So our next one, I think, is in February. That's why I was surprised we were paying for it already. But anyway,
it's okay.
Don't worry. We will be back with you, as we promised, later. You will have me back probably, well, this weekend, like really, on Monday, which is only like 4 or 5 days away, we start our 12 days of Christmas. And that involves us opening the Silks for You Christmas, 12 days of Christmas, as well as doing our 12 days of Christmas starts.
Yes.
So as we said earlier in the video, Jen's planning to join me as much as possible. I'm probably going to, I don't know yet, we're going to film daily. I don't know if we're going to publish daily or not. No. Though we may have to if we're doing the Silks for You. So
yeah, but we have to do that a day behind because they don't want us spoiling things.
Right.
Do you think it's all right to show the picture of my setup for?
I think it's perfectly good to show the picture of your setup.
Okay, so my parents gave me an early Christmas present. They gave me a wine advent calendar. And so I thought the appropriate place to put my 12 days of Christmas presents from Silks for You was around said wine advent calendar. So here we go. So there you go. There's my wine advent calendar, and you can see that I have opened some already and drunk them. It's just one little bottle each day, but there are all the lovely little, also individually wrapped and labelled Silks for You prezzies.
All right. Well, we will look forward to sharing them with you next week. All right, guys. Promise you, we're going. Have a great time stitching. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.